My name is Jerry Shortino. I'm with the Bronx Design Group. I have been a member of the board of directors at the Bronx Chamber of Commerce probably since the beginning of time, and I probably will never be able to leave because they keep bringing you in and bringing you in. I am not Juliet Papa, who was scheduled to be our MC today, but unfortunately she had extreme car trouble on the FDR Drive and lucky enough to find people to help her. So she is not joining us, but you have another Bronx girl, so I hope you'll be kind to me. So we have a very large program. Before we begin, we are so excited to be awarding 17 scholarships to some amazing girls. Give them a round of applause. And many, many thanks to the sponsors who make all of this possible, because none of this would be possible without our sponsors. So please give them a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, so let's just begin. I don't want to waste anybody's time, because, you know, Bronx girls, I can do that all the time. Please, to sing our national anthem, I want to bring someone up who is very near and dear to the Bronx Chamber family. We love you, and she's going to come up and sing the national anthem. Please give a warm welcome to Kristen Kelleher.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautiful. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Now, to begin our luncheon, I'd like to bring up to do the invocation from St. Benedict's Church. Please welcome Carmen Mejia.
Let's begin in the way that we begin all things. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Psalm 23, Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. In verdant pastures he gives me repose. Beside restful waters he leads me. He refreshes my soul. He guides me in right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk in the valley of darkness, I fear no evil, for you are by my side, with your rod and your staff that gives me courage. You spread the table before me in the sight of my foes. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Only goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord for years to come. Amen. Salmo 23, Salmo de David. El Señor es mi pastor, nada me faltará. En verdes praderas me hace descansar y me conduce a aguas tranquilas. Me da nuevas fuerzas y me lleva por caminos rectos, haciendo honor a su nombre. Aunque pase por el más oscuro de los valles, no tendré miedo de nada, pues tú, oh Señor, estás conmigo. Tu vara y tu bastón me inspiran confianza. Me has preparado un banquete ante los ojos de mis enemigos. Me has puesto perfume en mi cabeza y has llenado mi copa a rebosar. Tu bondad y tu amor me acompañan a lo largo de mis días. Y en tu casa, oh Señor, viviré todos los días de mi vida. Amén. En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén. You're welcome.
Thank you, Carmen. That was beautiful. Okay. So I'd like to bring up the chair of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation, a very hardworking leader. She has done leaps and bounds to get this luncheon together, and so I'd like you to please give a nice, warm Bronx welcome to April Horton.
Good morning. I hope you enjoyed the singing of the national anthem by Kristen Kelleher. The reason I'm here in this particular position as chair because her father asked me to do this some years ago. So before I even begin, I just would like us to have a moment of silence for Joe. Thank you. Good afternoon, and a warm welcome to the annual Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation's Women of Distinction Luncheon. The theme of this year's event is celebrating women who tell our stories. Lisa, is that loud enough for you? All right. And it's a great opportunity for us to pay tribute to the women who have made a significant impact in their respective fields. I'm particularly excited to announce we are honoring Vivian Vasquez Irizarry today for her exceptional contribution to the community. As we all know, the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation's mission is to support and empower the community. Through various initiatives, the foundation has been working to promote education, economic development, and sustainability throughout the Bronx. Today's event is only one example of how we are supporting that mission. I'd like to ask all of my board members who are in attendance today to stand. Thank you. Putting an event together is no easy feat. It takes a collaborative effort on many fronts. So if you'll indulge me, I'd like to express my gratitude to a couple of those collaborators who stepped up when we called upon them. Our sponsors, their dedication and support continues to be a driving force behind the longevity and success of this event. So to our sponsors, Ponce Bank, Simone Development Companies, Orange Bank and Trust, MBD Community Housing Corp., the Monroe Foundation, Empire City by MGM Resorts, Right Check, Woodlawn Cemetery and Conservancy, Sandra Erickson Realty, KZA Realty, New York Botanical Garden, Manhattan Parking Group, C. James Plumbing, and last but truly first, because I know Evelyn is wondering, where's Con Ed here? So right here, Evelyn. The legacy sponsor, who was our first supporter over 18 years ago and has been with us ever since. To all the sponsors, your contributions, unwavering support, and commitment enable us to continue to celebrate the amazing women who are making a difference in our community and provide us opportunities for the next generation to realize their full potential. I'm proud to share, as you heard Jerry say earlier, that with the help of our generous sponsors, the foundation will be awarding scholarships to 17 deserving high school seniors this year. It's truly heartwarming to see the impact this support has had on students' lives and futures. Our gift bag donors, Undercover Snacks, Bronx Design Group, Ponce Bank, Bronx Chamber, and Woodlawn Cemetery and Conservancy. Thank you again. If my committee members would please stand. These are the people who give me agita every night. They put my daughters to work to stuff those gift bags, so I hope you enjoy them because they were too busy working their full-time jobs to, to come and do this. Anna, are you standing? Okay. Barbara, Elizabeth, Dolores, Francesca, Jerry, Jessica, Joanna, Lisa, Rhonda, and Vanessa. Thank you for your passion, time, resources, and human capital in the planning and coordination of this event. In addition to their full-time professional career, they volunteer their service and time to ensure that this event goes off without a hitch. Finally, I would like to acknowledge our partnership with the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Lisa, for always being open to ideas on how we can be better together. Not to mention the early morning calls when I need you to send someone a text or do something, and the fact that I told you if you don't, that 1-2, Freddie's coming for you. Lisa and her staff are truly passionate about ensuring the Bronx businesses and community are well positioned for success. They work tirelessly to help the foundation achieve its goals, and we know that we can always rely on them when we need support. And a huge thank you to each and every one of you sitting in a chair today. Thank you for rooting for our honorees and cheering on the scholars. Enjoy the program.
I would also like to give a shout out to two good friends of the Chamber Foundation who are always generous to us, and that is our good friend John Benizio at Metro Optics for your donations. And throughout the program, you will see the ladies receiving these gorgeous orchids, and those are compliments of the New York Botanical Garden. Thank you, Elizabeth Figueroa. Now it is my honor to bring up a very important woman who we listen to and who does text us at off hours, and we answer her. And I don't answer everybody. But please give a warm, warm welcome to our president. And what is your title now, Lisa? What are you? I don't know. She's the woman who runs the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. Please welcome Lisa Soren.
Ooh, look at those eyes. Usually you guys are not this quiet. Okay, good afternoon. And April, thank you for your kind words. I really thought you were gonna say other stuff, but she's always starting me with Freddie from Friday the 13th. Yes, that's who the Freddie was. But seriously, this is probably the one event, and we hold a lot of them, but this event was started while I was still on the board of directors, and it was really about encouraging young women, empowering young women and the women of today. And the privilege of being able to stand here as the president of the chamber gives me even more pride, because I look at the committee, I look at our board members, and I look around, and this is exactly what we want. We want to empower, we want to send the message that the Bronx Chamber not only helps small businesses, but we lead and we help these young women and men occasionally really just take it to the next level. And we're so very proud of you. And as you can see around, everybody is here to cheer you on. We all want to see your successes. And this is the one event where, honestly, there are times as professionals, and I'm sure there's many in the room who can attest, that we question what our future will look like. With all the changes and challenges that are facing our country today, we look around, we look at you young ladies, we hear your successes at such a young age. And we're like, okay, we're gonna be okay. And that's exactly what it's all about. So please give yourselves a round of applause. I also wanna give a huge shout out to my young ladies, Dolores Saldana and Chanel Perez, who are here from my office, who are just my right and left hand and everything else in between. So thank you, young ladies. And of course, there's always a board of directors, and I won't speak long because Elizabeth Figueroa has given me a dirty look. So I will say this. Thank you. Every year we look for your support, your encouragement, and it's not about the chamber. It really is about the youth in which we support on education and training. There's so many opportunities, and these opportunities come to the Bronx, right? Manhattan, Brooklyn, everybody gets their accolades, and I know we have some Brooklyn people here. We forgive you. But it's about encouraging the power that's in the Bronx and using it to our benefit. So I'm thrilled, I'm proud to be standing here before you, and I get very emotional thinking about the fact that our chairman, former chairman, Joe Kelleher, this was his absolute pride and joy. So everything we do in his honor for this event, and I know he's smiling down on us, and he probably would be at this mic talking much longer than he should. So I'm here in his place to do just that. But while I love Joe and he will forever be in my heart and a mentor to me, we are now led by Mr. Anthony Mormile, who we are proud to have as our leader now. And if you want to come up and say a few words.
I can see why Joe Kelleher was always nervous coming up here, because I'm looking at this room and it's all eyes on him. And Joe would talk to me before he came to this event, and he said, Anthony, what should I say? I said, say whatever you want. I'm sitting in the back of the room and I'm not saying a word. It's too dangerous. I just want to really say, you know what, like April said too, I'm here because of Joe Kelleher. About 20 years ago, I met Joe Kelleher. He took me under his wing. When he became the chairperson, I had to become the treasurer, which was great. Figured a couple of years and I'll be out of the position. No, like Joe, like he did to April, you're gonna stay as a treasurer as long as I'm the chairperson. We love Joe Kelleher. He's always in our hearts, and everything, like Lisa said, we do for him. I also would like to acknowledge Roberta Kelleher, his wife, who's here with us today. And I just want to say two quick things. One, I want to congratulate April, who's the chair of this event. It's a spectacular event. The one thing Joe used to tell me was that this event, no matter when we have it, the weather's always beautiful, and he's right. Thank her and her committee for doing a phenomenal job. Don't mess with the women of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. Do not, do not. And two, I want to congratulate all the honorees, the people that are receiving all the scholarship awards. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do something. You go to college, you do what you have to do, look at your careers, be the best you can, and look around this room. Take some numbers with you, some very successful women that can help you along the way, because that's what we want to do. And please come back and share with us your great successes, okay? So have a great event, and thank you for everyone who sponsored this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. So the theme of this year's Women's History Month is celebrating women who tell our stories. And our keynote speaker is someone who tells our stories on Pix 11 News every night. She's an award-winning journalist and a very, very busy woman, so we are so lucky that she has taken some time out to come and talk to us and hopefully inspire our students. Would you please give a warm welcome to Amy Yancey from Pix 11 News. Thank you.
Hold on, because it needs to go on social media too. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. There we go. I'd first like to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce for inviting me to speak at the Women of Distinction Luncheon. When I first saw the title of the event, I said, whoa, I'm officially a grown woman of distinction. The theme really spoke to me, celebrating women who tell our stories, because as you just heard, I've spent most of my life trying to do exactly that. When I was a kid, all my report cards had excellent grades for academics, like many of you young ladies here today, but then in the behavior section, it was red. The teachers couldn't get me to shut up. They would move me to different parts of the classroom, then I get the other quiet kids to start talking to me, till one day my mom showed up. That's another story. Clearly, I had a lot to say about the world and others around me. All my extracurricular activities had to do with words, spelling bees, essay writing, storytelling, debates, poetry writing, playwriting, and of course, the school newspaper. It was this last activity that first taught me the power sharing your experience, your story can have on the world and others around you. My very first article at my middle school on Webster Avenue in the Bronx, Diana Sands, CIS 147, I think it has a different name now, was about the lunch that we were getting served. I was basically questioning whether we were getting real meat in the hamburgers and complaining about the presentation of the food on our trays. Well, somebody gave the newspaper to the cafeteria staff. So they saw me talking crap about, what they were doing. And I remember the very next day, the principal came to the front of the class and said, Amy Yancey, come with us. I said, ooh, I'm in trouble for opening my big mouth. They brought me to the cafeteria, and I remember that all the lunch ladies were in their uniforms, lined up, waiting for me. And I was sweating, kind of like how I'm sweating right now. I thought they were going to make me apologize to them for what I wrote. But no, these adults were inviting 13-year-old me on a private, special tour of their kitchen. They wanted me to see how clean it was. They opened the refrigerators and showed me all the real meat. They asked me for my opinion on how to improve and promised to do a better job at preparing and serving lunch at our school. When I walked back into the classroom and told my classmates what happened, they were so happy. I was so proud. That was the moment that I learned that my blabbermouth could be useful. If I use it to speak on behalf of others, if I use it to question things that could be better, if I used it to tell stories that no one else cared to. I knew I wanted to do that as a career. My parents didn't have any money, so I had to work full-time while attending college full-time. That means I couldn't do any internships at the local TV stations or newspapers. With zero experience, I couldn't get any news jobs. Instead, I worked in sales customer service for a couple of years. I was great at it. Don't ask me why, but I was great at it. But I knew I didn't want to do that for my whole life. I knew I didn't want that to be my story. I knew the only way that would change is if I made a bold and risky decision. I decided to go to grad school, But first, I needed to get in. They were asking me for samples of my published work. I didn't have any of that. So I decided to make my own blog, mostly about politics. I became my own publisher. With the support of my grandmother, Vidalina, who let me live with her rent-free, I earned my master's degree in journalism. I took advantage of every internship opportunity that I could and was already employed at a local cable station before graduation day. I was working as an assignment editor, not as a reporter, which was my dream. Basically, I would help research and set up things for others. I could not tell the story myself. To be a reporter, I needed video clips of me on camera to make what's called a resume reel. And like you've heard in previous situations, I didn't have that either. You're such a good assignment editor, my managers would say, as they would give opportunities to other young reporters who had never stepped foot in the Bronx before that, much less knew its challenges. Then my managers asked if I wanted that job full-time. Nope. That may have been the vision others had for me, but not the one I had for myself. I started asking to go out with reporters as a field producer. I would help them, and they in turn helped me. I was able to get a tryout for the News 12 The Bronx Reporter Academy, which is basically a trial run as a reporter. You pass or you fail. In my case, thank the Lord, I passed. I eventually landed my first full-time job as a TV news reporter. But to go further, I was told this is blasphemy in this room, I would have to work on my accent. Yes, they did. It was a mix of Dominicana and Bronx that you just never hear on TV. So I took lessons to improve my pronunciation, but I refused to eradicate my accent altogether because my accent is a part of my story, and I'm proud of it. For years now, I have used it to tell stories of pain, of injustice, of joy, to ask uncomfortable questions, to expose poor living conditions at NYCHA buildings, to describe rage during riots, and to showcase acts of heroism and of kindness, to tell many, many stories about the Bronx. Lisa can vouch for that. The forgotten borough, the place that gets less of everything and is the first on the list for many systemic problems: asthma, COVID, low income. I could go on, but it's just a lunch. We don't have time for that. One of the beauties, though, about my career is that it allows me to see how other people live and learn how other people think. And it really exposed me to all the things that should be improved in the Bronx. But how could I contribute? The same way I did in that middle school cafeteria, by speaking up about what's wrong. Yes, that means some people may get upset. Oh well. I was born outspoken to speak up for others, to make the right people feel uncomfortable so they do the right thing. And I've done this without losing my sass, as you can see, and my Bronx Dominicana accent either. So ladies, here's the lesson. Find what you deeply care about. Follow that path. Along the way, you will find obstacles. I sure did. But don't turn away from them. Figure out a way around them, but never forget where you started. There will be people trying to tell you and convince you of what you can and can't do. Don't let anybody define how far you can go. You get to decide what your story is. For those of you getting scholarships today, I am so proud of you. Just the fact that you are here is an achievement to be celebrated. I know you had to work extra hard to make up for all those opportunities that others take for granted. But that's what makes you amazing, because the world doesn't expect girls with thick Bronx accents to go beyond the block. Prove them wrong. Make them see you. Bless them with your brilliance and your presence. We are all rooting for you. Thank you.
What a fantastic story. Please give her a round of applause. And someday that might be your story. So I hope, you don't know how lucky you are, you girls, to be in a room with such amazing people. I hope that afterwards you get to talk to each other, but thank you. Thank you, Amy, for sharing your story. Okay, at this moment, I would like to just invite the planning committee for the Women's Luncheon. Can you guys please come up just for a quick minute? Please, all the planning committee members, come up. We're not singing, don't worry.
Actually, let me get my Beyonce on while we're here. Okay, thank you. On behalf of the Women of Distinction Committee, we would like to take a moment to recognize an extraordinary leader and business champion for the business community, our distinguished president of the Chamber of Commerce. As the first female president of the Chamber of Commerce, she has shattered glass ceilings and broken down barriers, setting an inspiring example for women everywhere. Under her leadership, the Chamber, Freddie's coming for you. Under her leadership, the Chamber has flourished, achieving great successes and milestones. She has also demonstrated exceptional dedication and commitment to the growth and prosperity of the business community, tirelessly advocating for the needs and concerns of members. In addition to being the first female chamber president, she also is the foundress of this event. She's also made history as the first female chair of the Chamber of Commerce Board. This is a testament to her vast knowledge and expertise and consistent commitment to excellence. We are fortunate to have such a team player and doer representing the business community. On behalf of the entire Women of Distinction Committee, we would like to celebrate the story that you have to tell. Thank you, Lisa, for your leadership and service. We also would like to thank Senator Jamal Bailey for presenting Lisa with a scholarship as an honoree of the Women of Distinction Luncheon. Now, back to our scheduled event. Oh, okay.
Oh, that was.
Yeah. So in case you didn't know, that was a total surprise for Lisa, because if we would have told her, she would have been sweating it out and write some long, long speech. But honestly, to be led by such an amazing woman, and this woman does not rest. If you follow her on Instagram, if you follow the Chamber, on all social media, she's always there. I'm like, when do you have a life? She has dedicated so much to the Chamber of Commerce, and she has really worked so hard to create this foundation. We always tease her that she's our foundress, but she is our foundress. So Lisa, congratulations. I'm happy we were able to surprise you. Okay. Okay, go get a tissue, sit down. Okay, so as I mentioned, our theme is celebrating women who tell our stories. And the story of the Bronx is an amazing, extraordinary story. And filmmaker Vivian Vasquez Irizarry has done an incredible job in telling the story of the Bronx in her film Decade of Fire. Yeah, give it a nice round of applause. The film was voted audience favorite at the Independent Lens 2019 season and won Best Documentary at the Newark Film Festival. And at your table, you will all have received this card. The Chamber is inviting you to view and stream this film. So when you have time, get yourself a nice bucket of popcorn, maybe pour some wine, and stream the film. It's fabulous, and especially as Bronx people, you know, it makes me so proud. So please enjoy the film. This link is only good until April 13th, so please make a point to see it. And so Vivian, besides being a filmmaker, she has run youth development and educational programs at Bronx Works and New Settlement. She's an extraordinary Bronx woman and so deserving of this award. So please give a warm welcome to our honoree, Vivian Vasquez Irizarry.
Hi, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon. Thank you to the Bronx Chamber of Commerce for this award and this honor. I appreciate your invitation to support the work of the foundation in helping to provide scholarships to such wonderful recipients as you girls are aspiring to reach your goals. I want to especially thank Ana Vicente and April Horton for inviting me here. I want to recognize my mom. You'll see she's in the film quite a lot because my story is her story is my story. And I also want to acknowledge my friend Laurel, who's here, retired teacher and community activist. My cousin, Patsy, who came from the projects in the Bronx and ended up with a PhD teaching literacy across the country. My friend Allison, who's the Associate Executive Director of New Settlement, and my friends from the Bronx River Alliance, Joe and Mila. And to the awardees of the scholarship here, you know, congratulations. Anna told me that she read the entries and that your stories were so powerful and inspirational. Congratulations. Best of luck to you. And remember the women here, because today we are celebrating you now and forever. I am here because I wrote, produced, and directed Decade of Fire. It's a film that changes the narrative about why my neighborhood in the South Bronx burned during the 1970s. And just like the previous speaker, I'm here to tell you about the importance of telling your stories. Sharing our stories is a gift that connects us to one another. And while our individual stories may be unique, we need to express them because they foster a universal understanding about ourselves and about each other. This is how we connect. This is how we heal. This is how we grow and thrive. Yet, telling our stories can sometimes make us feel vulnerable. I call myself a filmmaker, but when I started making Decade of Fire with my team, I wasn't always confident in my abilities to make this film. I was a nonprofit administrator. I did not have a degree in filmmaking. I was not a script writer. I did not see many women of color at filmmaker events. I felt nervous about interviewing people, and I didn't even feel that my face was good enough to be in front of a screen. And I also felt vulnerable about looking vulnerable on camera because, after all, I'm from the Bronx, and I didn't want to appear like I had an attitude. I'm too from the Bronx with an attitude. And I was told that was not effective on screen. I was especially afraid of what my friends from my old neighborhood in the South Bronx would think about the story I was trying to tell. I did not want to misrepresent our history. We always knew that we were not responsible for the destruction of the South Bronx, as the media and others would claim. But the more I learned about the decisions that people in power made, the policies and the practices that caused the destruction of my neighborhood, the narrative saying that it was us that destroyed our neighborhood, and most importantly about those unsung heroes that actually stayed, sacrificed their lives, and saved the Bronx. Once I learned all of that, I realized that my story needed to be told. And with the support of an all-woman team, I had to become the courage and the strength to make Decade of Fire. The one thing I knew for sure was the importance of being true to myself and my community. So the film premiered on PBS. We had about 100 screenings in the city and across the country, including a 2-week tour in Puerto Rico. We worked in collaboration with a group of South Bronx teachers to create a curriculum for high schools and colleges. I receive emails from teachers and university professors all the time to tell me how they teach about the concepts of community building, redlining, gentrification, and more, using our film Decade of Fire. The curriculum is free on our website, so if you go on decadeoffire.com, you'll see, for those of you who are interested in the curriculum, you can go there. My team and I won awards, and I got to travel all over the country and met a lot of interesting people. But I'm telling you this because no matter where I traveled with the film, Baltimore, Maryland, Miami, New Orleans, California, people understood universally the bias and the discrimination that was felt against people of color all over this country. People understood what led to housing discrimination. And people told me that they were very inspired to see the truth of our story on film. Some people told me that Decade of Fire helped them see past their trauma from the fires that occurred in the South Bronx. And many groups used the film as a way to fight for justice in their community. So much good has happened because I walked through my fears to rewrite a story that was told about the people in the Bronx. So as you continue on your next journey, I am now inviting you to tell your own story. Don't be afraid to share your ideas. We need you to shake it up. We need you to become filmmakers, to become writers, singers, preachers, cooks, builders, inventors, because you will heal in your fight, and you will know that this is an act of love. Telling your story is an act of love. Your voice, experience, and imagination matters. Find support from other women to actualize your sense and purpose in this journey. And remember, you are strong already. And if we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, which is the greatest measure of courage, then we will become even stronger. Thank you.
And don't forget to stream the film. And if you forget the card, it's the same QR code is here in the program. So I hope you'll take time to watch this extraordinary film. Congratulations. We're very excited to have one of our own there. Okay, lunch is going to be served now, but before we continue the program, there are some gorgeous flowers on the table, and rather than have a cat fight or who's going to take the flower home, there is a white ribbon on the right leg of a chair at every table. So if you have a white ribbon on the right side of your chair, you get to bring home the flowers. No? Okay, so this table, you guys can, table 20, fight it out, or if you don't find the ribbon, the person whose birthday is coming up next can take home the flowers. But Elizabeth says every chair has a ribbon. It's under the chair? Lizzie, under the chair, really? Okay. Shh. All right, so listen. It's up to you guys. You can do whatever you want. But enjoy the flowers. They're absolutely gorgeous. And so while our lunch is being served, I do want to continue with the program because we have 17, ladies shh, and gentlemen, we have 17 extraordinary students who are deserving of your attention and your applause and your support. So I'd like everybody to please shh. Okay, so I'd like to bring up to present the scholarships from Con Edison. Please welcome Francesca Diaz.
All right. Hi, everyone. Vivian, Amy, you're both so inspiring, and I'm sure all of the young ladies here today are truly inspired. On behalf of Con Edison, myself, I just want to start by saying congratulations to all of the scholarship recipients today. It's really a testament of all of your hard work, your dedication, your intelligence, and it's a recognition, really, of your potential. And the impact that you could make in the future here today, so in the future of our world. And you've already achieved so much, and I know this firsthand because I was able to interview every one of you here today, and I am utterly impressed, as I am every year. So I'm gonna start off with reading about our Con Edison scholars. So I'm gonna start off with Ashley Arias. So Ashley is from the cinema school. She is a determined young lady that has a passion for STEM and engineering and envisions herself creating and developing new and innovative computer software. She enjoys journaling, creating vision boards, and started a podcast focused on sharing information about events and resources from Bronxites in need. In her spare time, she mentors younger students at Good Shepherd Services. Ashley hopes to pursue a career in engineering at the University of Buffalo, where she will help increase the numbers of unrepresented STEM women. So I would like to welcome Ashley up to the podium.
Hello everyone. I'm a student at the cinema school. I just want to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, as well as my sponsor, Con Edison, for giving me the opportunity to receive higher education as well as pursue what I hope to do, computer engineering as well. Thank you so much.
All right, and I'm going to move on to our next scholar, Cynthia Igwogu from Pelham Labs High School. Cynthia is a bright and enthusiastic student with a deep connection to the sciences, both medical and environmental. She uses volunteerism and community service to showcase her passion for serving others. She dedicates her time working at the New York Botanical Gardens Explainers Program. In this program, she has acquired the necessary expertise that has enabled her to become an environmental educator and mentor for the youth that visit the garden. Cynthia is also an intern for the Ranger Conservation Corporation and the Hostos Leadership Academy. Last year, Cynthia volunteered at the Albert Einstein College of Medical Science and developed an individualized nutrition research project. Her curiosity about nature and life and how things work has led her to pursue a field and study in biology at Northeastern University. I welcome you, Cynthia, to come up to the podium and accept your award.
Thank you so much for the scholarship. I'm sincerely honored to be here today. And I just wanted to thank my sponsors, Con Edison, as well as my parents, my mom and dad, my family, my teachers who have helped me throughout this college process and my high school career. And thank you so much. I'm honored to be here today.
And last but not least, our last scholar is sorry about that. Sophie Kuliyeva from Celia Cruz Bronx High School of Music. So Sophie is a talented student with a deep love of music and problem solving. She is an avid violinist, aiming to explore the connections between math and music. To cultivate her love for STEM, this past summer, she participated in the U.S. Military Academy Summer Leaders Experience, where she created a light-sensitive circuit robot to entertain her cat. Sophie and her team also built a mechanical pulley system that won them second place. She volunteers at Bronx House and is a member of the quartet that recently performed at Wave Hill. Her goal is to double major in mechanical engineering and music at the Rochester Institute of Technology. Sophie, I welcome you up to accept your award.
It's the little things in life that make big things happen. Firstly, I would love to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation for opening this door full of opportunities for me, as well as the Con Edison for not only helping me install my solar panels at home, but also with financially helping me. Additionally, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my counselor, Ms. Cologne, who introduced me to this wonderful foundation. Thank you so much for having me here and inviting me to this wonderful opportunity.
I hope you are enjoying the students as much as I am. They're an incredible group this year, really. Give them a round of applause, they deserve it. Okay, now to present the scholarships from Ponce Bank, I'd like to ask you to give a warm welcome to Damaris Burgess-Missardi. Damaris?
Hello. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm tall, but a few of the other individuals are taller, so I have to lower the mic a bit. So my name is Damaris Burgess. I have the honor and privilege of being with you all today. Madeline Marquez was set to be here today. She wasn't able to, so she sent one of her strongest soldiers, which happens to be me. So thank you to the Bronx Chamber Foundation for all that you do, as well as the community partners here today. This event couldn't be possible without you. We're super excited for our awardees. We love you. Thank you for representing the Bronx in the way that you do. So to tell you a little bit about Madeline, Madeline is a lot of strength and a lot of power, so she absolutely sends you that and wishes you the best. And so on behalf of Ponce Bank, our executive leadership team, the communities we serve, the Ponce Bank staff here today giving of their time to be with you and celebrate you, we honor you and we congratulate you. So first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Brianna Almonte. Brianna, hello, hello, hello. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about Sarah Garcia. So Brianna, let's see, is from the Cecilia Cruz Bronx High School of Music. Brianna is a talented student with a passion for playing the violin. In her spare time, she mentors students at the American Youth Orchestra and volunteers at MS 180's Salute to Music Orchestra by mentoring students. Brianna enjoys challenging herself in dynamic academic environments. She is a take-charge person who is able to successfully develop plans and implement them. Her goal is to attend Montclair State University to study music performance. She hopes to expose and inspire other Hispanic students to the joys of classical music. Brianna Monte, come on up here, girl.
I really want to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce for their fundamental role they played in the health of the borough's economy and for this amazing scholarship. And I also like to thank the Ponce Bank for presenting me with this award and their dedication to the proud and diverse community of the Bronx. Lastly, I want to thank my counselor, Ms. Cologne, and my family for always supporting my passion for music. I'm so incredibly thankful that this was made a possibility for me. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so now we have Miss Sarah Garcia. Where is Miss Sarah Garcia? There she goes at our table. Sarah Garcia is a student at the cinema school. Sarah has a creative palette and enjoys all things art-related, especially fashion. Sarah also enjoys painting caricatures and has her own small business selling drawings. To further enhance her fashion knowledge, she recently took a course with the Academy of Art University in San Francisco, where she indulged in the sketching side of fashion. Additionally, Sarah is also on her school's soccer team and works in the retail industry. Her dream is to pursue a career in fashion design at the Fashion Institute of Technology. Sarah, come on over here, young lady.
Hi, for starters, thank you for having me. It is an honor to be here. I would like to thank my sponsor, the Ponce Bank, and the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation. I just want to say how grateful I am for this opportunity. Anything is possible as long as you're willing to put the work and always stay determined. To know that hardships will come, but it can only make you stronger. Thank you.
Can I just give a shout out to that fabulous staff at Villa Barone, because this food is delicious. I saw the plates and I said, I don't care, I'm gonna eat one of those shrimp while they're hot. And we have been at Villa Barone for many, many years, and they just do an extraordinary job. So thank you guys at Villa Barone. Okay, and I just want to tell everyone as you come up, I know it might be intimidating to be up here at a microphone, but we want to hear what you have to say. So please speak into the microphone and loud and slow so everyone can hear you. Okay, so the next scholarships are going to be presented on behalf of Simone Development Companies, the power couple of Joanna and Patricia Simone. Come on, Gup. Give them.
Wow. Thank you so much to the Bronx. I'm trying to speak into the microphone. Okay. Thank you so much to the Bronx Chamber for facilitating this incredible event. I can say that it is one of our favorites and one that we hold near and dear to our hearts. We are so honored today to be here to award a scholarship to Bianca Stith, who we have had the pleasure of meeting today and speaking with, and she is an incredible young woman with an incredible supportive mother, and it's such a pleasure to be here today. Bianca is a committed and dedicated high achiever who enjoys learning about neuroscience and psychology. She currently interns at the Albert Einstein Research Center in the neuroscience department. Bianca has a passion for DNA coding and pathology. She has been inducted into the National Honor Society and volunteers in various events that raise funds for numerous important causes. And more recently, she volunteered in the Cleaning Up the Bronx event. Bianca will be attending SUNY New Paltz in the fall, and we're so excited for you. Congratulations, Bianca.
Okay, so I'm speaking into the mic. I'd first like to thank Bronx Chamber of Commerce and Simone Department for all they do for our community and all that they continue to do. And in honor of celebrating women, even though this is supposed to be about me, I'd like to thank my mom, or Mazi as I call her, for always encouraging me, regardless of how many obstacles may stand in my way. Again, I'm very grateful for this scholarship and this opportunity, and just thank you for all that you've done for women and continue to do.
Never apologize for thanking moms. How about a great round of applause for all the moms? We're all so proud of our children, and it's nice when they acknowledge us. I just heard some interesting news. Sarah, who just got a scholarship, and she says she has a small business. Where's Sarah? Where's Sarah? Oh, where is she? Oh. Well, you have a sponsor. You are welcome to join the Bronx Chamber of Commerce because John Benizio of Metro Optics has offered to pay 1-year membership for you to be a member of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, John. Make sure you go over there and say hi to John. You are now the youngest member of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. We're so proud of you. Love it. And thank you, John. We just love you. we just love you. That's why we let you in this room full of women. Okay, the next scholarship is going to be presented on behalf of Sandra Erickson Real Estate. I'd like to welcome up Sandra Erickson and Danielle Nowak. Come on up, ladies.
Hello, everybody. We are from Sandra Erickson Real Estate, and we are so thankful and happy to be here. We look forward to this every year. It's a special event, and thank you to the Bronx Chamber and everybody who puts it on. And congratulations to all the honorees and the scholarship recipients. You guys are amazing. I am here to talk about Cassandra Santiago. Cassandra is a highly motivated and very successful student. In her spare time, she makes films with her father. Their short film, Funny the Way It Is, who I'm told it's on YouTube. Okay, let's write that down. Actually, it's in the program. Won first place in the category of Best Story, Best Director, and Best Editing at the Bronx Film 48 Challenge. In addition to being a stellar student, Cassandra is still able to balance extracurricular activities, such as being captain of the volleyball team, working at the Westchester Square Bid, and participating in various community events. She hopes to study early childhood education at Stony Brook University. So, Cassandra, could you please come up?
Hi, everybody. Thank you to the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation for selecting me as a recipient, and the Sandra Erickson Realty for awarding me with this scholarship. This will benefit me for my upcoming 4 years in college, and I just wanted to say thank you to my mom and dad for being here and always supporting me no matter what. My mom is my amazing role model for the woman I am now, and I hope to be a role model for a future female leader. Once again, thank you so much for this amazing scholarship.
Just to show you the changes in generations, I'm up here with like pen and paper, and every single girl who comes up here is like reading their phones. So, you know, I welcome the future. Okay. The next I'd like to bring up to present the scholarship on behalf of, well, we have one, on behalf of Monroe Foundation, and that is Kathy Murphy. Kathy, can you please come up?
So hello to everybody. I don't usually have a voice where they tell me to talk louder, so I said to Lisa when I arrived today, this is by far my favorite event that the Chamber sponsors, because it's so nice just to spend a couple of hours on a lovely afternoon to recognize and to honor young women as they begin their collegiate adventure. And it's an exciting time in their lives. And every time I leave this event, I just wish I were young and could do it all over again, because they're just so exciting and it's so many wonderful things ahead for them. We at the Monroe Foundation, actually, that is our mission, to empower people to attain a higher education credential, because we do understand, as I know all of you do, that education not only impacts the individual, but it will impact their community, thank you, and their families, our community, and society in general. And our sponsorship does stress heavily urban and first-generation students. So if you know folks, please send a quick email to the Monroe Foundation, and we would be happy to send you an application and consider you for a scholarship. So today we're delighted to present a scholarship to Jocelyn Suarez Clark, who attends the Laboratory School of Finance and Technology. She's an enthusiastic student with a passion for computer science and basketball. She volunteers her time by planning events for her school and participating in the Breast Cancer Walk. Last year, Jocelyn became a teaching assistant at her school and helped incoming freshmen to acclimate to their new environment. Her teachers revere her as an emotionally mature individual that is deeply engaged in bettering the school community. Jocelyn hopes to major in computer science and education at Hunter College. So I invite Jocelyn to come up. It was so nice to meet her today.
Good afternoon. I prepared a couple of words. I just want to say thank you to the Bronx Chamber of Commerce and the Monroe Foundation for giving me this scholarship and just recognizing my accolades. I just want to say that it's an honor to be recognized for my leadership skills in my respective accolades, and to have my efforts be seen and rewarded is really a blessing. And I just want to thank my counselor, Ms. Gomez, for recommending me to participate in this scholarship. And I plan to attend Hunter College in the fall for education and computer science. And I just want to say congratulations to all the young women who are also receiving awards today. So thank you.
Okay, the next scholarship being presented by Woodlawn Cemetery and Conservancy. Please welcome Barbara Selesky. Barbara, come on up.
The Woodlawn Cemetery and Conservancy once again proudly supports this annual Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation Tribute to Women, as Woodlawn is the final resting place for many women of notable achievement. Many of those women have pushed forward despite times of uncertainty to give us the rights we may take for granted now, and this event is especially meaningful for our Bronx seniors who are about to embark on their own ambitious journeys to achieve great things. As a fellow alumna, I am pleased to acknowledge and award this scholarship to Olivia Campbell from St. Barnabas High School. Olivia is a determined young lady with a passion for the field of law and social justice. Although Olivia devotes a lot of her time to her schoolwork, she always makes time for community service. She has volunteered at various food drives and worked with the Youth Empowerment Summit, enlisting young people to vote. Olivia deepened her career interest by attending the Sisters-in-Law Empowerment Summit at Monroe College. Her role model is New York State Attorney General Letitia James. Olivia hopes to follow in her footsteps by beginning her journey of studying law. Congratulations.
I'm incredibly honored and grateful to be standing here as a scholarship recipient. And I just want to express my sincere appreciation to the Bronx Chamber of Commerce and also Barbara, a fellow Barnabite. She's an alum from my school. And I also want to thank the Woodlawn Cemetery for this incredible opportunity. And your investment in my future means the world to me, and I'm deeply grateful for your belief in my abilities. I also want to thank my family and my friends who have supported me through my academic journey, and your encouragement and belief in me has played a key role in my accomplishments. And once again, I just want to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, Barbara, and the Woodlawn Cemetery for making this scholarship possible. And I'm honored to receive this award and will work hard to make the most of this opportunity.
And now presenting the scholarship on behalf of the New York Botanical Garden, Elizabeth Figueroa. Give her a round of applause, please. She hid all the ribbons, so be nice to her.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to give this award to Ivana Zambrano. Ivana is an artist at heart who really enjoys the sciences, particularly geology and earth science. She has a passion for environmental consciousness and believes that land conservation is the best way to reconnect with her roots. She is a leading member of the Green Team that has worked relentlessly for sustainability, such as gaining a mini grant for a solar trellis for her school. Being of Ecuadorian descent, her role model is Dolores Cacuango, an indigenous Ecuadorian feminist. Ivana is genuinely well-rounded and is on track to attain a master's degree an environmental scientist from SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry. Ivana believes her purpose is being a strong female leader in the field of environmental conservation. Come up, Ivana.
First, I'd like to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce and the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation for giving me an opportunity to be here and be presented with this scholarship. And I'd like to thank the New York Botanical Garden for aiding me in my pursuit of a higher education as a young, reconnecting Indigenous woman. I plan to shout out a couple other people in my life by name, but they know who they are and they know that they've provided me with the utmost support that I need. I'd like to speak about the Vatican rescinding the Doctrine of Discovery, a document that has been used to violently force Indigenous people all across the Americas to assimilate. I'd like to say that no matter how much they reject, rescind, or renounce that document, there will be consequences for their actions, for the violence done unto Indigenous people everywhere, and that we will get our justice. This document has led to the vicious cycle of continuous violence done unto Indigenous women everywhere. You guys all know about missing and murdered Indigenous women and how we disproportionately are affected by higher rates of violence, sexual violence, domestic abuse, and even kidnapping and sexual trafficking. And on top of that, many Andean communities in South America are suffering due to fascist leaders, such as Brazil's previous president, who wanted to contribute to deforestation in the Amazon, which greatly affects the Amazonian indigenous people and contributes to their continuous genocide and poisoning their waters with oil drilling, and all for a profit. So I say this again, they can renounce any document they want, but they can't give us our people back. There are many documents we lost that we can't have back. There are many children that we can't have back, many mothers, and some languages too. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivana, for your bravery and for speaking out and using this occasion to use your voice. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our future right there and then. Okay. I'd like to bring up to present the next scholarship on behalf of Orange Bank and Trust. Please welcome Vanessa Bejnot. Vanessa?
I was honestly hoping that you didn't call me up after that. Ivanka, what I can tell you, as an immigrant, I came to this country about 16 years ago. And I was pretty lost. And I can remember walking in the Morris Park area, and I saw a bank, and I said, I wish I can work there. And someone said to me, well, you have to be educated in America, and you speak with an accent. I didn't know much about the Bronx then. But I can tell you and the rest of the young ladies who came up here, we celebrate women today, and we should celebrate them every day. However, I started, and it'll be remiss of me not to say this because he's in the room. I got that job at that bank that I was looking at, and a man gave me the opportunity to start. The bank that I am now, a man came after me to work at that bank. So I can tell you, if you're an immigrant, and even if you were born here and you walk and you feel lost, look at the faces of the people who may or may not be able to speak English the way you do. And don't only applaud the women in the room. There are men out there, and we have to continue to teach our women that it's okay to step back and have those men open the doors for us. Dominic Chacho, thank you so much. And Anthony Mormile, thank you. One key thing that I can tell you that I hope for is not to have forums where we have to empower women. When we understand as women that we were born with that power, then we'll understand the only thing we need to do is embrace it. I have the opportunity to, sorry, I'm so shaky after listening to Yvette, I'm so sorry. To introduce Annalise Rodriguez as Orange Bank and Trust recipient. Annalise is a bright student and leader among her peers. She is currently a student body president and participates on the senior committee, all while playing volleyball and working as a cashier. Annalise has a passion for street photography, particularly in the Bronx. She envisions herself working for a magazine because she truly loves to capture the essence of her objects. She plans to attend SUNY Purchase, where she will study psychology and photography. On behalf of Orange Bank and Trust, and one of the banks I know support women and put women in positions of leadership, Annalise, we congratulate you and all of the rest of the honorees. Come on up.
Hello, good afternoon. I would first like to thank my sponsors and the Bronx Chamber of Commerce for this wonderful opportunity to and offering me the first step to pursue my dreams and my goals. I would like to thank my grandmother, who I'm here with today, who's raised me basically my whole life. I hope all those terrible years with me made this worth it. Why are you laughing? And I would also like to thank my mother, who couldn't be here today, but she has been a prominent woman role model in my life, and who's always taught me the importance of hard work and dedication as a young woman in the Bronx. Thank you again.
Presenting the next scholarship on behalf of KZA Realty, I'd like to bring up my idol, Kathy Zamachansky. Come on up, Kathy. You are my idol. You are. We're lucky that we have so many role models. Kathy was a role model for me. And I'm not going to shut up because I love you.
I guess I'm a role model because I'm old. I've been around a long time. I'm Kathy Zamachansky, president of KZA Realty Group, which is a women-owned business in the Bronx. I've been doing business here for over 35 years. And I'm also here because a long time ago, Joe Keller asked me to become a member of the chamber and then become a member of the board and then vice president. And so, like many of you in this room, we owe Joe a lot. I'm here to introduce a very lovely young lady I met today from St. Barnabas High School, and she's here with her mother, Kathy, just like me, her name. Karina, I got my glasses, but I don't know if I can read with my glasses. Karina is an energetic, hardworking, and dedicated student. She enjoys word search, puzzles, and crocheting. You know what crocheting is, right? Many of you might not know what crocheting is. It's what we used to do a long time ago. She also tutors for the National Honor Society and participates in both tennis and softball extracurricular activities. Karina has been volunteering at Montefiore's Wakefield campus in the ambulatory multi-specialty practice. Karina has also participated in the Girls to Girls STEM summer program to continue to strengthen her love for science. She plans to attend the University of Connecticut, where she will major in pre-medicine. Karina dreams of becoming a Latina healthcare provider in the underserved communities where inadequate healthcare disparities exist today. Karina, would you please come up? And I used to serve on the board of St. Barnabas High School when my girlfriend was the principal, so I know what a wonderful school this is, and we help bring the STEM program to that school.
Hi, everyone. I would like to say thank you to the Bronx Chamber of Commerce, and a thank you to Kathy Z for being my sponsor. And, sorry.
No, you're a beautiful tall girl.
Thank you. And the mic. With this support, I am excited to continue my academic journey and make the most of the opportunities that come my way. And I'm excited to continue my journey. And thank you to my mom who is supporting me, and Kathy, and my guidance counselor for giving me this, for showing me. And a special shout out to Michelle on table 5. Thank you.
You know, you got to give these kids a lot of credit because they have to deal with us. We are, the women who run this luncheon are the powerful women who actually run the Bronx, but we are a handful. So you girls are just doing wonderful. But just know that as long as you have good friends and you work together, life is great. But boy, we are a handful up here. Okay. The next scholarship is being awarded on behalf of Manhattan Parking Group. And I just want to point out that I'm sorry, Jaden, but we misspelled your name. And you know, I'm a printer and misspellings do happen. So make sure you see me before you leave. I will print a whole bunch of programs with your name printed correctly. And this check you're getting is for someone else because your name is spelled wrong. But I'll make sure to reprint and send it to you because you deserve to have your name spelled. On behalf of someone, my name is Girolama, and everybody always misspells my name, so I'm very sorry about that, but we'll do that for you. So anyway, I'd like to bring up Evelyn Gonzalez to present the scholarship on behalf of Manhattan Parking Group. Come on up.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you know, I'm Evelyn Gonzalez. I became a member of this through my darling husband, who kind of tricked me and said, we're going to a fundraiser. So I was like, oh, okay. I got dressed, he got dressed. I said, gee, it looks like you're going golfing. He goes, yeah, I am. You're going to this fundraiser. So that was kind of a secret that I had all these years. I never really told anyone. But it's an honor for me to be here. I love coming every year as, 1, a Bronx night, 2, attended an all-girls Bronx school, St. Catherine's, and 3, a mother of 3 girls. So, thank you. So today I have the honor of making this presentation for Jaden. Jaden has hopes of becoming a veterinarian and tending to animals in the future. Her love of the environment and living things is evident in her volunteering work. She volunteers at the Botanical Gardens as part of their Go Green initiative. That's another place that's very dear to us. In this capacity, Jaden has learned about plant conservation and research that can lead to supportive policies by lawmakers. While studying abroad in the Dominican Republic, she noticed that her love for nature expanded beyond plants as she saw the
animals suffering and incapable of obtaining the help they needed to survive. It is for this reason that JD is pursuing a degree in biology from Hampton University starting this fall. Congratulations, JD.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jada Velez, and I'm here today to accept my scholarship for the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation Women's Distinction Scholarship Award. A special thank you to Evelyn for sponsoring this scholarship as well. I greatly appreciate this opportunity, and I will put it towards my studies at Hampton University, where I plan on pursuing a bachelor degree in biology to then pursue veterinary practice. I just want to take time to thank Ms. Gomez, who's my college counselor, for nominating me for this award as well as my principal at the Laboratory School of Finance and Technology, Ms. Downs. And yeah, I just want to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation for recognizing my strengths and providing me with financial recognition for my accomplishments.
The next scholarship is being presented from Empire City Casino and MGM Resorts. Please give a warm welcome to Taryn Duffy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Exciting to be here. Amanda and I are we're both very, Amber and I, sorry, are both very nervous. So my name is Taryn Duffy. I'm here on behalf of Empire City Casino by MGM Resorts. This is one of the most emotional events that I go to all year round, and I'm sure that's the same for everybody else here. I want to give a shout out to Yelena Gurga from our team who's here. She does all of the work that is behind our philanthropic giving, which is focused around food insecurity, workforce development, and education, and this ties right in. So I get to do all the fun stuff, but Yelena does all the work, which is pretty standard, I think, for most of what we do in my department. So I have the pleasure of introducing Amber Enriquez Gonzalez, who I think we're both equally as nervous, Amber, so don't you worry about it. So Amber is an ambitious young lady who has managed to master the English language while only being in the United States for the past 2 years. She enjoys being active in student government, yay for that, civic engagement, and participating in extracurricular activities like dance and volunteerism. Amber has built a strong reputation for herself as a student who is dependable, hardworking, and humble. She is intrinsically driven to help others, and ultimately she plans to study biology at Binghamton University, which will set her on her path to actualizing her goal of becoming a dentist. Congratulations, Amber, please come on up.
Hello, everyone. I'm so honored to be here today and grateful to be receiving this scholarship. I would like to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce for giving me the opportunity to work for this award. I would like to thank Empire City Casino by MGM Resort for sponsoring me. This scholarship is a great blessing, and I would like to thank both organizations for giving me this great opportunity. Also, I want to thank my school counselor, Ms. Santiago, for always being my guide and giving me the best advice for my future as a university student. Last but not least, I want to thank my mother for being my biggest inspiration, for always supporting me and motivating me to follow my dreams. Once again, I would like to express my gratitude for this precious opportunity. And thank you all for this time, and know that I'm truly grateful for all this.
The next scholarship is being awarded on behalf of MBD Mid-Bronx Desperados Community Housing Corp. Please welcome Ruby Rodriguez. Ruby?
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Ruby from MBD Community Housing Corp. On behalf of MBD, I would like to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce and the foundation, Lisa and April and the entire team. Thank you for the amazing job that you do. April, on behalf of MBD, I'd like to say that next year we would like to sponsor at least 2 young ladies. And I am very honored to introduce to you Angelica Maldonado. But first, I would like to also acknowledge her mom, Nicole. I absolutely love to watch their interaction. It reminds me of me and my mom and my dad, who's no longer here, but I had wonderful parents. To all the moms, moms-to-be, support them. We need that. It made all of the difference in the world to me. So thank you, Nicole. I'll tell you what you can already read about Angelica, but for Angelica, her education is a top priority. She has challenged herself by taking the most rigorous courses available in her school and continues to excel, ranking 2nd in her graduating class. Heavily involved in multiple extracurricular activities, Angelica has maintained her position on the honor roll throughout her entire academic journey. Congratulations. Both determined and hardworking, she has served as a mentor for freshman and sophomore students and also participated in a summer youth employee program at NYCHPD, which is the NYC Housing Preservation and Development, as an intern. And she intends to study marketing and English at Lehman College. And Angelica, I hope you have some free time this summer because MBD would like to offer you an internship for the summer.
Okay, hi. Okay, so first off, I'm truly grateful to have been selected for the Women of Distinction Scholarship Award and presented and sponsored specifically by MPD Housing Corporation. It is truly a generous gift and I truly appreciate it. Secondly, a big shout out to the foundation. It is a great organization and provides and supports for residents, businesses, and young students such as myself in the Bronx community, so great job, thank you. And a special thank you to my counselor, Miss Williams. She's here today, for even presenting me with this opportunity and helping me with the application process. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, thank you for accepting me again and for giving me a chance as a young student wanting to further her education. It will truly help me in college and my future plans. Thank you.
The next scholarship is being presented on behalf of Right Check. Please welcome Shayla Martinez. Shayla.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to present the scholarship on behalf of Right Check. We would like to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce for holding such a wonderful event and highlighting the excellence in every single recipient. Is excellent. We're here to present the award to Usha Khan. Wright is honored to offer this scholarship to Usha from Pelham Lab High School. Usha is an extraordinary student that has been named salutatorian of her graduating class. She moved to the United States a month before the pandemic hit and has accomplished a great deal since then. She has been included in the National Honor Society, is a teaching assistant, a 12th grade math tutor, guidance counselor assistant, a member of the Leading STEM Exploration Club, and the founder of the Leading Change for the Better Club. Usha currently works at Albert Einstein Research Center, where she studies the connection between parenting and stress. She hopes to study biology at Columbia University. Congratulations, Usha.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to start by clarifying that yesterday was Ivy Day, and I got rejected from Columbia University. Okay, I can't do this.
That's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay, so she's a little nervous, so thank you on her behalf.
So I'm from Palm Lab High School, and I would like to start off by thanking my sponsor, Right Tech, and the Bronx Chamber of Commerce for providing us with this scholarship opportunity and building this amazing community. I'm a senior, and I start college really soon, and this entire journey can be really expensive for some of us, and this scholarship will help me in this process. I'm really grateful that we have an organization like this in the Bronx, encouraging students like us. I hope this community keeps growing strong and continues to be a source of support for us. I have Miss Buena, my science teacher here. I would like to thank her for always being there for me and believing in me when I couldn't. I wouldn't be here today without you, Miss Buena. Thank you so much.
Our last scholarship is being presented on behalf of C. James Plumbing and Heating. Please give a warm welcome to Rhonda James. Where's Rhonda?
Good afternoon. I am not from CJ Plumbing, but I am a James. My name is Rhonda James, and I am owner of E218 Events Management. And it has been my joy, April, to be on this planning committee for the last 3 years. But this is the first time that I've had an opportunity to actually be in the room, and this is amazing. This is amazing. I also want to take a quick minute and give a special shout out to all of the village that helps raise these girls, to the guidance counselors, to the science teachers, to the math teachers, to the English teachers, to the moms and the dads, because without your love, without your persistence, without your commitment to these girls, we wouldn't have the opportunity to be a part of their lives. So big shout out to you as well. I have the privilege this afternoon to recognize Amia Jones. Amia is a dedicated student at the Cinema School. She hopes someday to be a thriving entrepreneur that will allow her to give back to her community. She enjoys volunteering and helping others at food and coat drives at local Bronx shelters. Amia also spends time in service to others at her church. She is extremely well-rounded, plays volleyball, draws, sings, and dances. This past summer, she participated in the Summer Youth Employment Program and learned general administrative office duties. She hopes to attend SUNY Albany to study business management. Amia?
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I would like to start by saying congratulations to all the other candidates who have gotten this scholarship along with me, and I hope you succeed in your jobs and businesses in what you want to pursue in the future. I would also like to thank the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation for giving me the Women of Distinction Scholarship Award, and C.G. James Plumbing and Heating, who can't be here at the moment, but for also sponsoring me. I'd like to thank my mom, who also couldn't be here because she's currently working 3 jobs to help provide for me, for always believing in me. For always believing in me and fighting for me to push harder in my dreams. I would also like to thank my school's guidance counselor, who's also not here, but because of him, I was able to be on this stage accepting this scholarship.
I hope you all enjoyed the scholarship presentation, because I certainly did, and I surely am moved by all these young ladies, by Vivian Vasquez Irizarry's story, which I did watch the film, and so passionate about the Bronx, about protecting the communities that we have, hearing Ivana about her culture and her heritage, hearing Usha talk about, not being accepted to Columbia. But Usha, I got something to tell you. It's delayed, not denied. Maybe that's where you'll go for your master's or some other, at some other point in time, but there's a plan for you. So just know that and have faith. I want to thank Councilwoman Marjorie Velasquez for stopping in to, participate in this event. We thank you for your presence. I want to once again thank MBD for stepping up triple-fold to ensure that other girls next year will have the same opportunities that these young women have had today. I want to thank John Benizio, who, yeah, you, John. John and I actually met when he was being a little aggressive about Verizon some years ago, and I've come to love him. So, and my daughters, they require glasses, so we shop at Metro Optics all the time and go nowhere else. And I say all that to say I think it's really important to support the philanthropic companies that are doing the right thing, right? The Ponce Banks, the John Benizios, the MBD Housing, whether it's with legislation, whether it's with, purchasing a product, shopping in their stores, their establishments. Those are the people that are really making a difference in the community. So think about how the companies that you're patronizing are showing up for you and for your communities in your everyday lives. One thing Amy Yenzi said was, be uncomfortable doing the right thing and decide your own story. I'm actually really short, sorry. I'd like to once again thank each and every one of you for attending and supporting today's event. We hope that today's celebration will inspire us all to continue to empower each other and rise to new heights. Last year, for those of you that were in attendance, you may recall I closed out by talking about my love of shoes and what they represented to me. I went so far as to show you my bedazzled heels embellished with Benjamin Franklin $100 bills all over them. Well, this year's no different. Life is a gift. And my shoes remind me that every day is a gift. The only difference is how we fashion it with a bow, thus the bow on my shoe. What's your bow? And what impact are you leaving with the time that you're given? Together we can make a lasting impact on the lives of so many women, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. Thank you once again for your presence here and support of the Bronx Chamber of Commerce Foundation. I want to thank the counselors who came to show up as well to support their students. And I want to especially thank my scholarship committee, which is a group of 3. We are small but mighty, and we take the time out of our schedules to interview many girls that attend these Bronx high schools and talk to their counselors and push them along. But one thing I will tell you, the challenge this year was these girls that we're seeing today are part of the girls that grew up during the pandemic. So they've struggled, and they've had a lot of challenges, and I've heard that from the counselors. So it's really incumbent upon us as leaders in the community to show up for all of these students in these schools and figure out how we're going to do that. So just remember, what's your bow? Because life is a gift.
Very nice. Very nice. So that's our program. Wasn't it an amazing program? And I just want to say, I have been attending these luncheons, sometimes hosting, for many, many years, and this has been the best audience we ever had. I never had to shush any of you. I'm usually like, shh, shh, shh. So thank you for giving the students the attention and the applause that they deserve. I want to invite you to stay, talk to each other, network, and Joy, I don't know if we've had coffee or dessert. I don't know. I'm starving up here, so I have no idea. They don't feed me up here. But just mingle. I would like to invite all of the scholarship recipients, our sponsors, Vivian and Amy, to please come up and take some well-deserved photos. And thank you, everybody, for coming. God bless you. Have a great day. Thank you.